That is where we want to be. Up in the sky, beyond the tentacle. I think I speak for all of us. Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Splatoon 2. Last time, we showed them what's in my bucket. I don't even know what that means and I hate it. This time, whoa, they are really mean with this balloon. I need to get that. Oh my God, this sucker's going. It's on an invisible platform that I gotta ride one of these things to. Okay, gonna hop on. I was going to say that this time there remains but one teeny tiny zapfish left to save, and we're gonna go after it someday when I find the right UFO. Whoa! It's the red UFO. It's the red UFO. It travels away from it, but it swings back around eventually. Aha! Wow! It's moving platforms while also invisible. They pulled out all the stops for this place. Welcome to Octo Canyon, the world's most gorgeous gorge. Collect all the commemorative souvenir stickers. I did. It just occurred to me now, would have been good to know sooner, that these beacons are the color of the UFOs that go near them. I wanted to go over to this yellow and green beacon place because right below it is an invisible floor revealing these boxes containing the Sardinium. This is the first one that I've had to look up. It's quite challenging. From that spot, we'll hit a checkpoint. Probably should have hit that sooner so I could just jump off the cliff and respawn up on top of it. Not have to super jump and go a roundabout way back. That'll carry us up towards the Greenkin. Let's try to create a new word out of multiple concepts that were already clear to you, the viewer, so it came out all right. What do I want here? Oh, I understand now. So we'll change weapons. We'll go to the hero Splatling and boom. So what exactly did that do? Must have done something, right? There's an ink rail up there that I see now, and where's that going? Okay, so I gotta get over there to get onto that platform where there is another ink rail, which takes me back. This is kind of well thought out. I have to admit, the puzzles in Cephalon HQ have been definitely the most surprising yet. Okay, hit those. And maybe like this. Oh, this is inkable. There we go. Now I understand the basic concepts, and I fell. Popping onto this. Onto the ink rail. I see you. You were not loaded in when I was shooting up here, which is why there's no ink on you, but there is ink under you. Platform Madhouse. Please mind the gap. Finally, the last place. We're using the I didn't plan that. I just thought the hero Splatling would be the easiest one to get in with because of my personal taste, and wouldn't you know it, Sheldon had the exact same idea. Where's that key hiding? Find the key, find the key. It's the only thing I remember from the Haunted Mansion movie. Gimme. Movie was not great, but I remember that line all the time, and it lives rent-free in my head for some reason. I don't know why. It's just one of those things you can't forget about even if you try. So we'll hit all of that. There's that key. More baddies. How many more do you have to cook before they just give up? Not too many more, actually, Marie. We're just about done cooking bad guys forever. Bad geese. Oh, Octo Commanders. You can't shoot me. I got my own Splatling, and it don't even require a silly straw. Gotcha. And I know there was a box on one of these platforms. I saw it. There it is. Just eggs. Can I? Yes! Yes! I knew it! Just seems like the type of landmass they would use to hide a meal ticket that I don't need. So I gotta say, I don't know if this is a hot take. It's not that I dislike there being collectibles, but I kind of think that rushing through these stages and trying to get the movement down, as someone who's dang near 1000% at Octo Canyon, I think it's more fun than checking behind you all the time and checking under stuff. That's always how I've had more fun with it. Oh, they're shivering out in the rain. How sad. Pop the balloon. Gave me that. Getting a lot of eggs from this ink storm. Got some cover we can work with here. Gotcha. You're one cold-blooded squid, kid. I used to be, and then they removed that ability in a patch. Sorry, Marie, this slick squid kid is a bomb defense up DX-blooded squid. I genuinely feel bad for anybody who used super sea snails on cold-blooded equipment because that would kinda suck if you wanted to trade in for a different ability. If you ever go to the store and decide that you don't want a piece of equipment anymore because you'd rather have a different main ability, any snails that were used on that equipment piece do go to waste. And I can see that even though main power-up is good, maybe you wouldn't like it as much as a defensive ability for your whatever weapon you're usually playing. I got high DPS, we'll go for that. And the switch was behind you. Open the doors, more slobs ahead. What are you shooting there for? Gotcha, gotcha. This seems nice and easy. So happy we're ending on the splatling of everything. Launchpad! I think up on top of those doors was something. None of this is inkable. We can get those. Didn't find anything. So I'm just gonna assume it was nothing. This would be super satisfying to get with a charge with the whole Pierce mechanic. Don't let those moving platforms throw you for a loop. That's okay, they'll throw me for a line because that's how they're moving. Womp womp. Me. Oh. Give me that. These platforms will eventually slip out from under you if you go too far in that direction. New ones spawn in their place on the opposite side. Do that. I want to use my curling bombs. It'd be way more efficient. Woo! Oh boy. It's not that bad actually. I'll hit that. Go back. Nice. Hold it off. Going up. Pop all that. Oh, you're still alive. Man, you're just got... You sprung for every option at the dealership, I see. You realize if you keep dodge rolling that way, you're gonna... who am I to stop you from having fun? Bye. I let technology do my killing for me. Do that. Grab all these. I don't think there's anything over there. I've yet to find a single sunken scroll or sardinium, so I'm starting to get paranoid that I have missed something. See what I mean? I'm checking everything though, whereas running through these stages as fast as possible with a weapon of choice, I think that's way more fun. Like I said, I spent a lot of time speedrunning a specific stage that I found super fun. And that. Stick to that wall like stink on Octo ink. Grab that. And nothing. I think I know where it is now. I think one of these boxes contains the sunken scroll. That one contains armor. So we hit those drums. They'll move us toward these platforms. They keep on moving. Get all that. And then we're gonna go through a grate here in a sec. I'm through. Hit that, and then, oh, we chained them together. That was nice. There's eggs over there. I could get those, but I could also get a balloon full of more eggs. Eggs, 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 eggs. Nothing. Oh, you're getting clever. That can take us backward toward the eggs. I don't know if I really want them. I'm about to get another upgrade if I so want it, but I don't really think I have a use for it, if I'm being real. Yeah, I don't know where any of the collectibles are. I thought I knew a couple of times, and when I looked in those spots, nope, meal ticket, nope, eggs. Oh, I noticed a thingy! What? This is a kind of long-forgotten deserted island? It's got plant life growing on it from just being here all this time. He's got a launch pad on his back. Launchpad McBack. No, let it go. That gives us the sunken scroll! Phew, nice work! Gonna have to go back for the Sardinium, but besides that, we done! That is evil tea. My dearest Callie and Marie, stop. On a research trip to the Cape with Agent 3, stop. Maybe late, but left dinner in fridge, stop. We finally know what happened to Cap and Cuttlefish. It was over the wall, on the other side, the final sardine to stick in my pants. There it is. I'll go back to Sector 1 one last time. Whoa, that was neat. That was... I didn't know I could shoot that much ink out of my behind. That was cool. And I'll take... Oh, I can't get the last ink tank upgrade. Ugh. What else can I buy? Nothing. I can buy nothing. Well, okay. Weapon of the daytime it is. I tried. Ready to beat people with a bottle of wine? Rated E for everyone, it's the Squeezer! This middleweight weapon is considered a nozzle nose internally, but I consider it its own weapon class. How would you feel if you were special and they called you a nozzle nose? The specialty of this weapon is 2 separate firing modes. If the trigger is held, it's a spread shot with shorter range for painting that hits for 30 damage per shot. When tapped, it is single shot and manual, turns super accurate, and attacks from farther away at 38 damage, shortening the hits to splat by 1. This means to do any fighting, you're gonna be mashing the trigger. This will hurt your hand. Sorry, I don't make the rules. To get an idea of the range, the painting mode is about that of a splatter shot, while fighting mode is almost as good as a jet squelcher. One more difference, ink consumption is doubled when tapping, so painting is more efficient. Due to the unique playstyle and context-sensitive shots, this one has a lot higher of a skill floor out of all shooting weapons. The painting mode has its uses when you aren't going to contribute much otherwise and have ink to pour into the special charge, but you want to be tap firing and taking advantage of that long range in any other case. I want to highlight that reticle to you. Look at that. It's 100% accurate. As long as the range and shot leading is true, it will land a hit by all skill of your own. None of that is outside of your control, which is frequently a weakness for long-range shooters. But I want to state that this too is its own weakness. When a shot is 100% accurate, think about how often someone else has bad internet and it screws with your aiming. It might sound like a spread shot mode is better when up close to get around this, but you're gonna miss. A lot. The last weakness I can bring up is the mashing itself. It's not only physically painful to shoot this gun, but your mashing must be 7 to 8 times per second to get optimal DPS. Any slower and you're suboptimal. Even worse than that, mashing with so much gusto means that your hands and controller are going to vibrate, messing with that precise aim. Unfortunately, with a Pro controller, there's no way to isolate that vibration from motion aiming. Disconnected Joy-Con and custom button mapping is the only way. But when disabling motion controls, you've now made the aiming even more specific. Aren't these unusual and meta weaknesses for something to have? What a strange weapon. It's weak because of your body, not because of anything the weapon does. Its sub-weapon is Splash Wall. With so much range, it's easy to attack safely from behind. Biggest sin would be popping it when being rushed due to the long deployment time not being so helpful. And its special is Stingray. Cheapest Stingray out there at 180 points, and unlike some other weapons tied with it, this thing can paint and paint some more. The Stingray is free points or a push stopper and tower control, though if played for that, be mindful of the tower shredding the splash wall. Speaking of the splash wall, well, that's a safe spot to use the Stingray without always having to retreat. In choke points, the Stingray can defend you once it gets going, even if they shoot at the wall. I'd like to give special attention to main power-up because its squeezer effect is damage up! The only real help this gives is an easy 33.3 on the painting mode, which should never be relied on. It can't hurt you, but I wouldn't really say it's great either. We're providing your foil squeezer with the foil squeezer. Splat Bomb is a good spacing tool, able to pre-fire into it thanks to how much reach it's got. Due to the aforementioned reach, usually enemies will just swim away upon spotting a squeezer, so placing a bomb right behind them allows for easy pincer plays. And we've got Bubble Blower, yet another long-range weapon with it. It makes openings, protects teammates, gains control of an area when popped. The Splat Bomb paired with this free reload means it's got strong burst damage against its own special. Alternatively, a bomb can be tossed first and then bubbled into for instant detonation. It's all pretty much the same as all other weapons with this special. It's just good. I feel like out of the two, this one's more immediately exciting for general use. More helpful in Splat Zones and Rainmaker for sure. It's not perfect, however. The Foil Squeezer faces stiff competition from the Forge Pro, which fills the exact same role of an accurate shooter and has almost the exact same set. You could do all that extra work for more range than the Forge Pro, but do you want to? The higher potential is definitely with the Squeezer due to the longer range, but it's a steeper slope to learn. Y'all know what time it is? It's Off the Hook coming at you live from Inkopolis Square. You know I don't like playing a weapon when we're going to be going into Turf Wars. Port Mackerel and Schellendorf Institute. How cool would it be to have all these fossils dancing in our next video? That would be amazing. I know a guy on Cinnabar Island who can have that happen in 2 minutes flat. I look like I covered my face so that no one will know I walked out of this place underaged. As an extension of everything that was just said about how the Squeezer's a little awkward to work with on a physical control level, that brings us to the topic of the day. Something else to bring to your fights other than your weapon, your equipments, and yourself. Every Nintendo Switch game offers custom button mapping. I want to bring this up because the only way that you can have motion aiming and also not be inhibited by the gyration of the controller while mashing for the squeezer would be to play with disconnected Joy-Con and setting the trigger to one button on this controller. The L button's a good pick, as it doesn't do anything outside of menus, and even in menus, it's just to scroll faster. Left and right on the D-pad could also be good, as there's nothing that the D-pad does that the stick doesn't. Up and down are only used for callouts during battle. Could be good. Perhaps another use would be Y. Y positioning is unused by most players, so that could potentially be a new button for down on the D-pad so that booyahing for the booyah bomb is easier. These are all legitimate options, and it's a nice accessibility feature that I'm so happy all Switch games offer. Really, I think all games in general should offer custom button mapping. It's been standard on PC for how long? I applaud Nintendo for their decision on this. It makes games more accessible, it can make it more comfortable for you no matter how you're playing a game. I'm gonna be playing in Turf Wars today. Oh, I wonder what it's like to be a Rainmaker. Port Mackerel is our first map of the day. Not sure I'm gonna like this one. The Bubble Blower could be good in it thanks to all the little lanes, and frankly, I am playing around the Bubble Blower because I am not good with the main gun. I know my weaknesses, I am picking my battles well. I'm gonna use long thin lines of ink with the main weapon in order to swim around. I've chosen to go with Object Shredder, Ink Saver Sub, Special Power Up, and also some Swim Speed Up in my build. All those are good abilities, and then I got little bits of little tiny abilities that have a lot of returns. Generally speaking, as I've said before, I prefer having a lot of little bits of a lot of different abilities. Since the first slot of an ability is the most meaningful, I feel like that leads to a higher stat total, and I think that's also what they were going for when they were designing that whole mechanic of diminishing returns. Wow, the turfing mode actually came through for me there. I'm just not good with this thing. It is too precise for my liking. I need some of the noobiness that doesn't know how to aim in my weapons, okay? It's the only way I can win. That and also because teams having bad internet really sucks when you're playing this thing. This weapon, don't get me wrong, I don't mean to make it sound like the foil squeezer is bad or anything like that when I say that it has really defined weaknesses. It's just that it can be hard to work with. It has a very high skill floor. I've seen people be downright scary with this weapon, and I've seen some argue that it might even be one of the best weapons in the game. Why are we pinned back this badly? Wow. This is atrocious. I'm doing some secret mission nonsense. I don't know how I took care of that. Gosh, did I do a custom junior that just show how bad it is aiming at close range with this? We're making some headway back into the enemy base. Our danger badge is gone. I don't know the numbers that determine why, when you have a danger. I know when the enemy team is in control and currently gaining points is when it shows up in ranked, but in turf wars, I just know it means that you are significantly behind. Nope. I want to probably stay level to the ground. I've yet to get a meaningful use out of my special, and that needs to change. Laying low. Man, these games feel so short. So used to playing ranked. It's been forever since we've even attempted turf wars. I've asked the guests if they want to do turf wars, and the answer is always no. They'd prefer to do clan blitz. Yeah, it's looking like a lot of piss and not a lot of blue toilet water. I always wanted blue toilet water as a kid. I didn't know how like older people got that, and then I got older and I realized, oh, if you have cats, you probably shouldn't have blue toilet water. Yeah, I can never stop him from drinking from the toilet. It's just a thing he does. Okay. Gotcha. No. Gosh, we were really never down a player. We were just pinned back the entire time. How often do you see that in turf wars? No. I think I got one kill that entire game, and I lost to a custom junior twice. Oh. So you see why I wouldn't want to put my rank on the line for such a thing. 2 kills. Wow, the nozzle nose did worse. No wonder we didn't do well. Oh, Shelly. Schellendorf Institute has a bit of lore that we have yet to go over. Oh good, I'm on the same team as the custom junior, now I can win! So, yeah. The name of the stage is very different than it is in other languages, so this might not be canon. But Schellendorf is the name of one of Sheldon's ancestors. And thus it might be a reference to the fact that he could have been the founding member of this museum. There we go. Oh, no! He distracted me too long. This being a champagne bottle and functioning the way it does, it's a reference to how the first cork pop on a wine bottle usually has a lot of oomph behind it, but after that it's significantly weaker. That's kind of what they were going for with it. So the idea is that you're shooting the cork. I was just in the standard turfing mode and he flew right into me. Oh boy. Got it out of my sub weapon. Ah, double squish. And then they throw it. Man, I wish I had Takis on my side. I love Takis, even if they're horrible for you. I've got some spicy chips downstairs. I'll probably eat those after this is over. 5-star commentary, really talking about what's going on in the game right now. So I want to get my special built up. I want to be swimming to reposition more than I'm strafing because I got a lot of ability stacking for that. Go for that. And kerpow! No. Not quite. I hear it. Sorry about that, bud. Second there, I thought that was another foil squeezer on our side. Oh, he's done. Thanks. Nice. Saw the super jump marker. Got 1 minute left on the clock. It could go either way. We don't really have a lot of range on either side of the field. I feel like if someone's got range, it just sort of locks out the top half of the map and can make it really hard to come back from if somebody gets ahead. Because they can spawn camp you quite easily with these 2 towers on either side. Especially when the other side has got 2 snipers, I feel like there's just not much you can do a lot of the time. Yeah! We work together, but it cost him his life! I gotta trade it, we traded in a 2v1, that's funny. Like playing dually squelchers, don't like playing against dually squelchers. I'm gonna go over here. And somebody there. Okay, we got somebody there, actually. No, out of ink. Higher ink consumption when you're fighting is something else. It's just so much information to keep straight with this weapon. 2 firing modes, different ink consumption. I don't feel like I can ever really get used to when I need to lay low and reload. I always feel like I'm running out of ink and stuff. It's just something that comes with time. Time that I ain't got because I'm old. Nah, that's not a win. I would be genuinely surprised if we took it. Well, maybe. Judd, you feeling nice? Oh, it had me going for a second. I thought that was a win. Sorry your first game is a level 100 had to go so badly there, Flings the Roller. But I was the true victor because my experience points have a 69 in them now. It's okay. I know it's important in life. That's all for now. Next time on Splatoon 2, we're going after Callie. No weapon going ovary. Ovary. Ugh. No weapons gone over. No versus matches. Just going after Callie. We mean business. See you guys then.